right. Well, welcome to the City of Travelers Rest Council Committee meeting for Monday, January the 6th. Happy New Year. Appreciate everyone being here. We will kick off with our Public Works Committee. Chair Lane, you want to kick us off?
Yes, I'll call the Public Works with myself, Catherine James, and Sherry Amira are present. And do we have approval of the December 9th Public Works minutes? Motion?
Motion. Second.
Okay. Director Tate, it's all
Good
yours.
evening. Happy New Year. We're off to a wide open start today. Hit the ground running. No doubt took some time off, and it's been good. It's good to be back. So, just a couple of updates. The debris removal on city streets, we're about 60% complete. We're just we're having to go back to a couple of places and do a little cleaning up on that. Hopefully that'll be done in the next couple of weeks, and we'll move on to the next project there. The recycling dumpsters, I think we had somewhat of a snafu last week with some cardboard that got put out on the ground, and but the county, with their holiday schedule, the county, they weren't picked up, of course, on the holiday, and they got behind. So I called them, and they immediately came up here to address the issue. So, and I've talked to David this morning, and hopefully maybe we can get some signage up over there a little bit later on once that property comes over to the city, and we'll be able to, put some signage and maybe some cameras up to eliminate that from happening again. I am meeting with FEMA on Wednesday. Our FEMA rep will be here. We're going to start entering some data and some invoices and some paperwork that's on that we have to submit for that. And then on Friday, I'll be meeting with the state EMD and FEMA again to kind of finalize all that stuff and get the process moving a little farther along. They've assured that they will get us a reimbursement as quickly as they can. I don't want to hold them to a timeline, but hopefully it'll be sooner than later on that. Our after action meeting is tomorrow for the hurricane. We're doing that at the fire station. The police, fire, and public works will be involved with that as well. The glass recycling event, I got a word late this afternoon that the contractor is going to have to reschedule that. We had tentatively had that on the schedule for this week at the market, but he's had something come up and he's got to be out of town this weekend for an emergency. So we'll be rescheduling that hopefully soon, in a couple of weeks. Also on January 20th, there is a Martin Luther King litter pickup scheduled. I think it's from 9 to 11 maybe, or 10 to 12. I'm not sure of that, but that is scheduled to take place on that date, and that should be posted on our website.
Thank you. You've all been busy.
Yes.
So, do we have any questions on the committee for Director Tate? Any questions on council? I think you did well.
Thank
You're very thorough. Motion to it.
Before you run, I'm sorry.
Except for Wayne.
Can you go into any detail about the fog drain on Center Street? Is that something that we need to be really concerned about? But that's that area, where it goes, the center.
Yes, it's right there to North Poinsett. That's the one you're speaking about. Yes, we will be looking into that. That is one that kind of the outfall, if I'm thinking about the one there.
The one you had in your notes.
Yes, it's the one at Center and Poinsett. Is that right? Yeah, the outfall to that one goes down between the two houses there, and that one was discovered late in the game. We didn't realize there was actually a drain there, so we've opened it up and turned it back out. So hopefully we'll be monitoring that because there's a lot of water coming down Center Street.
A lot of refuge there too. I mean, there's always seems like there's always a tree or something or.
Right. The property owner there at the corner at 107 actually has done some, they've been working there to do some clearing and cleaning up. They had a couple of trees down, so I think that's going to improve that drainage area there as well. But we will monitor that. If we need to, we'll try to reroute that water.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn? Second.
All right, Public Safety Committee, Chair Byers.
I call to order the Public Safety Committee meeting for January 6th. Present are myself, Shanice Chris, Wayne McCall, Sherry Mara, and Brantley Vest. Do we have a motion to approve the December 9th minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Okay, we'll start with you, Chief Ford, for the police report.
Good evening. Happy New Year to everyone. Good to be here.
Anything you want to highlight from the report for us?
Nothing from the report. Would like to mention that have two dispatchers that have started recently with us. One came from Greenville County, very experienced. He's working out fairly well so far, quickly. The other person comes from fire or EMS service dispatch, history or experience with that. So she's working out well so far. Myself and our investigators are checking on a rapid DNA webinar we have scheduled this month. DNA's come a long way, so we're going to attend that free webinar online and find out how that can help us as a city. I have appointments online appointments, excuse me, I almost forgot what I was going to say. Online appointments with the Department of Public Safety this month for a new grants management system from the Department of Public Safety. So we're going to, of course, know how to use that, get into that so we can hopefully utilize those grants and maybe get some grants. So.
It looks like the trends for 2024 compared to 2023 were mostly trending in the right direction.
Yes, absolutely. That is a good sign. Hoping to continue that in 2025 also. So that's a good sign.
Does anyone on the committee have questions for Chief Ford?
Manpower.
Right now, we got 3 people still on light duty from workers' comp injuries. We have one going to the academy. He goes Wednesday for final testing to get his academy date. Then he'll spend 2 months at the academy to be certified. So we're still down, but the workers' comp thing is hurting us a little bit. Shannon is helping us with workers' comp company, trying to get them to move a little faster for us. So
Hey, when they're out on workers' comp, can you still use them light duty? I mean, in office, doing office work?
we have been, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have been, as long as the restrictions don't prevent them from doing the type of light duty work I have. If
they were to break it, it would be them that breaks the
Yes. Now, if a doctor says they can't do A, B, and C, and that's all I have for them, then I don't have any work for them to do. But in most cases, for the past 6 months, we've had several on light duty doing paperwork, light duty paperwork, administrative duties and things like that.
Anyone on council have questions for Chief?
Is that unusual to have 3 on light duty workers' comp? I
Absolutely.
was gonna say, like, is
Never
that,
seen it
like-
before.
Okay. Is that training issues or like what, is that just weird things happening?
Weird things happening,
Okay.
such as, stepping through a step, and then, knee and ankle issues from sidewalk issues from, actually out in the community, answering a call. So these were all fairly serious injuries, yeah. Very unusual. I've never seen it.
I
In my
haven't heard
25
it.
years, I've never
Okay.
seen it, that many. Even with larger departments, I've never seen that many, so.
No other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Chief McMakin.
Okay. Any questions about the report? Any question? Okay.
Just to let y'all know, our call volume was up about 211 calls this year, even though we reduced our EMS responses as to what we went to. I'll attribute about 30 of those to the hurricane. There may be a few more. We'll be mapping that out here pretty soon, and we can see exactly which ones were where. We should have an end of the year review for you like we did last year. Captain Little, he does a end of the year thing, kind of shows where everything's at and what happened. So hopefully we'll have that for you next month. I also had one out on light duty for about 2.5 weeks. He's back full-time. He hurt his hand on a structure fire, pulling a ceiling, and he didn't miss a day, so that was good. We were able to use his doctor, let him drive and pump, so we were able to put him in to doing that. Let's see, anything else? Training. As you know, we hired a deputy chief. He started last week. He was here like one day and then a holiday and then whatever. But anyway, he has hit the ground running, let me tell you. He was out in the parking lot this afternoon with one of our young guys doing backing of a truck and all, because he's going to be taking a class in 2 weeks. So he's getting already out there in the cold today, getting him ready for that. So I'm happy about the way that's progressing already. So you see him out in the parking lot and it's raining, it's just because Mark's going to put him out there in the rain. Whatever it takes. Any questions?
Anyone on the committee have questions for Chief?
Doves in the hillside today.
Might have been yesterday.
Oh, that's probably yesterday. I don't know how. I'll have to look on CAD. I don't know.
Actually, Thunderbird. I guess maybe because right around Thunderbird, that area, right in there.
What was there for you? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, it was Williams and Tusmouth?
Yeah, right there, yeah. We had a cardiac arrest earlier today at the ATI here, but that was only, just to let y'all know, there is a lot of fires going on in this county. I don't know if y'all watch the news or not, but it's just like, so far, knock on wood, we're assisting other places, but in the city, we haven't had those. It's just, and there's no good rhyme or reason to why. Structure fires, yeah. I mean, there's structure fires, they're dinging off like crazy. I mean, I listen to the radio all the time, so I know what's going on all over the county, but it's bad right now. No, it doesn't help things, and we've had a couple of grass fires and stuff like that with the with the wind and all, but the structure fires they pick up this time of year always because of heating and people doing whatever it takes to stay warm. We're ready for this weekend, and Councilman Vest over there was talking about a while ago. We hope the ice doesn't come this weekend, but we actually start today getting ready for that, so we'll be ready for that if it comes about. And I think the police departments, they've made some arrangements also for some things that we haven't had, so we'll be able to respond a little quicker maybe.
Are there any best practices that we need to remind constituents about, like generators in the house and like all
Generators in
those
the
fun
house,
things? Okay.
The kerosene heaters, I mean, and literally, people are going to do what they have to do to stay warm. And I don't fault anybody for doing what they have to do to stay warm. But, I mean, if they don't have smoke detectors, we have a program, and we put that out there all the time. We'll come put it in for you. You don't even have to, put it in yourself. We'll send a crew out there and put it in your house for you. But
I would just wonder if that might not be a good thing to post on the website now, coming into this weekend.
It's on there a lot. She puts it in the bulletin that goes out and all. But yeah, we'll get Beth to post that.
Thank you.
But not only us, all the fire departments have them. So if they even, somebody's listening online or whatever, if they don't necessarily live in the city, if they'll call, we can get them to the right person.
Thank you. The building and municipal court report looked pretty standard. Anything that we should be aware of, Shannon?
Chair Byers, nothing to add at this moment, but we are starting to see it pick up a little bit.
Does anyone on the committee have questions about the building or municipal court report? Anyone on council? All right, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you.
Moving along, Planning and Development Committee, Chair Vest.
All right, call to order the Planning and Development Committee meeting for January. Members present, myself, Brantley Vest, Grant Baumgardner, Kelly Byers, Dr. Shanice Chris, and Sherry Mara. Looking for a motion to approve our December 9 minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Jay, anything you want to highlight on the development report for?
Yeah, I'll go through a couple things. The first projects in the entitlement process, the Liva Apartments. We have a meeting this week. It is in permitting, but they have not received their entitlement from a zoning standpoint, so there's still a lot of work for them to get done there. Under Pinestone, those numbers stay about the same as where they are, but I do want to note that the warehouse area, they should begin with land disturbance by the end of January, in and around that. They already have the permit, have had that in hand. It's part of the permit they're under right now to start doing some work. I'm excited to finally get to see something starting to go in that area, as I think we all are. Spring Park is in final plat. We should be seeing building permits coming soon. We have started building permits for the White Hawk Meadows. I think it was either, don't hold me to it, it was either 4 or 5 that we had come across, and I think they're permitted and they're ready to go. They'll see some houses getting started up there. And then Villas of North Valley, noted previously that they had started construction. You're beginning to see some dirt getting moved out that way, but everything seems to be working well so far. I do have a BZA under report and other matters. BZA meeting coming up on the 14th. We're going to consider a variance request on State Park Road. It's the Grove down from where Upcountry Provisions is. And then I will have a planning commission this month too, on the 23rd. And so we'll be considering a rezone that y'all will see come across to committee reports next time and move through the process.
Thank you, sir. Anybody on the committee have questions? Anybody on council?
Jay, you might not know, this could be a Philip question. How's the Spring Park parking lot, the Spring Park Inn? Do we know when that'll wrap up? Do we have any idea? Okay. Okay. Okay, great. I was just curious.
We want to make sure they hit the right temperatures on that. 'cause
Yeah, that makes sense.
It'll
yeah.
mush and
Okay.
crack and all that stuff if
Okay.
it's too cold for paving.
I'm assuming we'll see Spring Park open up like spring or something like that
Yes.
for everybody. Great, thank you.
Jay, let me ask a quick question, and this is just, I just noticed this earlier today. The Hemlock Park development?
Yeah.
Formerly known as, is Liva, however how you want to say that, does that signify a new group, new ownership group?
It does not. It is just, it's a family name within the ownership group that they wanted to use, and it meets all the E911 criteria and all that, so it's going to be called Liva Apartments. I just wanted to put formerly known as Hemlock, so we knew which one we were talking about.
Okay, that's kinda like-
But it is not a new ownership, no.
That's all that was.
Perfect. All right, if no other questions, look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ways and Means Committee, Chairman Gardner.
All right, I call the Ways and Means Committee order. Myself, Kelly Byers, Lisa Lane, Wayne McCall, and Brantley Vest are all present. I would entertain a motion to approve the December 9 Ways and Means minutes.
Motion to approve.
I have a second for that? Brantley?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all we have here. Does anybody have any questions for myself about finances or for Ms. Shannon? All right, do I hear a motion to dismiss?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you. Old business, we have none. Next, we have executive session, and so I make a motion to enter executive session to discuss appointment to public body for boards and commissions and discussion of negotiations incident to proposed contractual arrangements, discussions of a proposed sale or purchase of property, receipt of legal advice, settlement of legal claims, or discussion of the public agency's position in adversary situations, discussion about development of security personnel or devices. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, motion carries. Thank you. So we will go into executive session for our guests. You're welcome to hang out. We will not take any votes in executive session, so anything we do, we will have to come back out, but I don't know how long we will be, so I don't want you guys to be disappointed, but if you'd like to stick around, you're more than welcome. Thank you. Are returning from executive session. Thank you for those who are patiently waiting online and listening to the things. The council went into executive session to discuss appointment to a public body for boards and commissions and discussions of negotiations incident to a proposed contractual agreement, discussions of a proposed sale or purchase of property, receipt of legal advice, settlement of legal claims, or discussions of the public agency's position in adversary situations, discussion about development of security personnel or devices. No action was taken, and I would like to make a motion to adjourn executive session. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, thank you. And again, no vote was taken. We did discuss our appointment of public body for boards and commissions. We have a ballot in front of you. If you will please select your choice for those that are serving. For those online, just to say, we very much appreciate everyone that signed up and raised their hand to serve on one of our committees. I think we had the most applicants we had ever had before, which was really great. And so we will allow council to make their ballot choice for boards and commission. We have accommodations tax, building codes and housing board, and board of zoning appeals, and planning commissions. We'll take a moment for that. And Carson will add us up. Does anyone on council have any questions? Are we all good?
Are we voting?
Yes, you're voting from the ones that are selected on there, the options that are there for building. Yes, we're going to vote on that and nail it down, and then if we need to revisit that committee later, we will.
Guys.
Okay, while Carson is putting those together, well, I was going to do the administrative update. Is that okay? Okay, great. We'll hold off for new business for a minute, but we'll pass over for our administrative update. Shannon Herman, anything to bring to our attention?
Mayor Amdon, thank you very much. Just a couple quick things. A reminder that registration for the legislative delegation closes January 10th, and to please send your meal selection to Catherine if you have not done so already. I wanted to let you know that we will have our second Thrive, which is our employee wellness benefit program. Our second one will be January 10th. We will have Tanya Tittle from Energy Fitness here in TR coming, and she will be doing 10 surprising stretches that have a great impact for wellness. We had 32 folks attend our first session, and as of right now, we have 27 signed up for the second session, so that's going well. And finally, congratulations to City Council for being recognized as Best Managed Cities for South Carolina 2024 in the Business View magazine.
Look at us. Congrats, everyone. Pat on the back. That's a big deal. All right, thank you for that. All right, while they're doing the tallies, does anyone on council have anything for the good of council?
I do. So with the storm coming possibly on Friday and stuff, could we be proactive in like our social media with like numbers to call for assistance, things like that? Is that, or do we have plans?
Councilmember Lane, that's fantastic suggestion. And in fact, I'd written earlier in the evening when Philip was presenting, we have our after action review for Helene tomorrow morning with all of those teams. So as part of that, we'll do a quick summary of action items to put out to the citizens regarding this potential weather upcoming. We'll have Beth put that out, and then we can open a webpage too. Should we have weather, we can have it ready to go so it opens immediately with resources and numbers to call and things of that nature.
And every year we get, when there's a snowstorm, we get asked, why is my road cleared and theirs is not? Or why is my road not cleared? So I don't know if that can be like.
We can try to preemptively put that out as well about city and state roads. Although I feel like with Helene, we've probably gotten a pretty good definition of which is which.
Yeah. They're like, who got it faster? That's what that answers. No, that's a great suggestion, Lisa. And then also thinking about the after action, if anyone on council has any thoughts to send to Shannon to advocate for our experience. I sent like a few communication things, but anything after Hurricane Helene that you're like, oh, next time, let's do this better. If you wouldn't mind sending that to her, that'd be great.
Yes, please.
Anyone else on council have anything? Just patiently wait. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
You can't understand my chicken scratch, just pick one.
What'd you say, Wayne?
Carson, if she can't understand my chicken scratch, just pick one.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Okay, so I am going to use, if this is okay with you guys, use this information to make a motion. Is that cool? Okay, great. So is it okay if I do them all at one time, or would you like them separate?
You know what? I think you could do them all at one time as long as you.
Okay, great. I was going to do them all. Okay, so I'll say it twice just to make sure everyone is on the same page. So for Accommodations Tax Advisory Committee applicants, we have 2 renewals and 1 opening. So we have, 1 renewal and 2 openings. So we have Dave Smits as our renewal, Lauren Frant and Eric Poovey. So make a motion for those 3. Building Codes and Housing Board of Appeals for consideration, Lauren Coolin. Board of Zoning Appeals applicant for consideration, we have 1, Dylan Wilcox. And then for Planning Commission, we have 2 that are up for renewal that are coming back. So we have Rebecca Cooper, Ben, I would pronounce his name wrong, so I apologize, Kowalski, I think. And then Andrew David Walker as our new member for Planning Commission. That is my motion. I will have a second, and then I'll read it again if that's okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, great. So Accommodations Tax, David Schmitz, Lauren Frant, Eric Poovey. Building Codes and Housing, Lauren Colvin. Board of Zoning Appeals, Dylan Wilcox. Planning Commission applicants, Rebecca Cooper, Ben Kowalski, and Andrew David Walker. Okay, any further discussion? Okay. All in favor? Motion carries unanimous. Thank you, and thank you for our city staff for putting together the ballot. And again, thank you for all of the applicants. We will make sure we tell them thank you and to please continue to come to meetings and get to know us better and learn more about local government. We very much appreciate that. Okay, anything else for the good of council? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks for the late night, guys.